I know I'm supposed to be doing all these things. I have all these talents for a reason. And then I'm like, if I have to come back to this planet and say, for instance, I don't want to, I would not want it to be because I didn't do my work. So when I'm getting that prompt to get up and do this, get up and do that, it's like, you better get up and do it. Because you do have a work. And you might think nobody cares. It doesn't matter because somebody cares. And even if nobody cares,
well, not only that, with you saying that, I look at it, and this is what I've learned from myself. Even with watching videos, take what you need from it. Everything that people say may not apply to you. You may not understand it. But whatever resonates with you, take that. Because that's how I've become who I am today. Taking bits and pieces of little things that just really stuck with me to make me stop doing this, start doing it this way. Just hearing certain things. So take what's needed and work with that.
Yeah, I keep people's videos and different things like on as background. Like when I'm cleaning up or I'm running around the house doing stuff, and I'll pause at a certain moment and be like, ain't that something? I'll listen, then I'll go about my business. And then sometimes I'll come back and I'm like, what book is that? And I hit pause so I can look at the book and I look at the time video and it's like 1-1, 1-1, 2-2-2. And I'm like, whoa, I stopped at 1-11, 2-2-2. Like, wow, that's amazing. And then, keep on by my day because it's the way for us to, it's kind of a way of life for us now. Best way to get on our journey, stay on our journey and grow is to take all the stuff that we learn, we receive, and then live it. Like what I said in the beginning.
Apply
it. And then live it, act it out. Yes. And then other people see it, our friends see it, our family sees it, our ancestors see it. Because we teaching some ancestors too. Because a lot of ancestors didn't get this spiritual training, and when they crossed over, some are still here because they miss here and they don't know what the hell happened and where's Jesus and what. So they get to learning too, and they're like, oh, I see. And then when we give offerings and do stuff, because I know you do it, and Phoebe making them big plates. She had a big old plate out there with flowers and candles. I was like, dang, what's on that plate? So they get the energy. So just think, what if we have a family of like 500 people, and we the only one burning ancestor money. We the only one giving offerings. We the only one. I mean, think about that. That's like a heavy job. Think about that. We are strong enough to do it. And they agreed and picked us to do it because they know we're going to do it. We don't care what nobody say. That's crazy. Well, I'm going to burn it crazy.
Right. I'm trying to visualize, how I'm going to set up the room that I'm going to put there. Altar. Girl, look, I'm already on it. I'm looking forward to it. But I really enjoyed that. Because we all thought when somebody died, that's just it. And coming into this truth and learning that my mom has always been with me, that just touches me in a whole different way because I was young. I was in the 10th grade when my mom died. So knowing how the candles flicker when I burn them, I know they're here they're always been here with me, but just to see that, my heart smiles even bigger, and I will always honor them because I would not be where I am today. They put certain people in my life for a reason, and I know this, and I am so grateful. So yes, I will always honor them. I'm going to always do it big for them.
We are their reflection. And that's why when, I had someone at my house disrespecting me, I thought to myself, you're not disrespecting me. You're disrespecting my ancestors. I live in a nice place. And some of my ancestors never got a chance to be in a place like this. So their altar is right here. They are here when I need them here. I'm living through them. Their eyes see what I'm seeing. This is for us. So it's like, I'm going team ancestors all the way. And nobody's going to stop that. And, sometimes you have to be like that with family. You got to be like that with friends. You got to be like that with kids. But then once you have all the information, and all the esoteric information, and then you understand we chose to be here in the why. What you don't have to take it personal. You don't have to worry as much. You don't have to trip, and you don't have to think the same thoughts of the ones that are ignorant to it. You are saved. And when you don't have to worry, that frees up your mind to do creative things.
Well, you don't even have to worry about, well, we get to that point. What people think, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Because we're not connected to a belief system anymore. So it's okay. And, people going to believe is many are chosen, many are called, few are chosen. So with that, we accept people where they are. There's no judgment. Everybody wrote their own story. And if they chose to be here during this time and they're not on this journey, that's what they chose. Coming into this truth.
And it's not our job to make them change and choose.
Right.
Well,
we may be preventing them from learning a lesson. So it's like, I found myself saving my child a lot. And it was like, dude, you can't keep doing that because he has to learn certain lessons. It's like, yeah, but I don't want to see him learn that lesson. So then it's like, no, stop. You had to learn your lesson.
I'm right there with you because I was always speaking about it. And I was like, you know what? I'm at the point now, I don't speak about it anymore.
Right.
I feel whatever I say, it's going to be a nugget for somebody to pick up. And if they don't, I'm okay with it. I don't have to be talking about this journey all the time.
Right.
Because some going to get it and some not going to get it. And I'm okay with that. So my focus is on me. My focus is to save my life. So I'm going to just say this and then I'm going to let y'all have the floor. Because Jesus is not coming back to save anybody. We have to save ourselves.
I was
what she said.
I came across a post. It was a they come to save your black ass.
That's right.
But it's
neither one of them, black Jesus or white Jesus, neither one of them.
It's true.
So yeah, and I am sitting back waiting because it's all going to be revealed. And a lot of people that is sitting back waiting, they're going to see. Nobody is coming back for us. Period. So.
Right. And like I always say, even the people that believe 100% in the Bible, me saying go within, if I really believe what, I'm going to do. So if you really believe 100% in the Bible, we came to follow in Jesus' footsteps. So what did Jesus do? He came from the heaven, came down here and was born of a woman, forgot who he was. He had an affinity to the temple. He was hanging out at the temple. Then when he realized he was old, it was like, ooh, I like this temple work. Let me do more spiritual work. Then he did that. And then he got persecuted for it because he was talking something different. Then when it was time for him to put his foot down and make a decision, I'm going to do this. And they're like, we're going to kill you. And right before he died, he got all the knowledge of who he was. And then he had a choice. Well, now that I know who I am, what am I going to do? So he was freed up like we're freed up. And then he died. And then everybody was like, wait a minute, what happened? And he came back like, hey, I ascended. This is how it goes. You see this, right? Okay, I'll see y'all later. And holla if you need me. I'm always up here. So if we came to follow in Jesus' footsteps, then what are we doing? Where did we come from? How come da-da-da? It's like we all are living that same exact example. But everybody that reads that be like, no, we're not.
Well, that's because they're being taught. They're being taught it,
yeah.
But it's right in there. It's like, well, you're guys and you're going to do better than me. It's like, no, we're not. It's like, do you believe this book or not? Do you believe it or not? So now it's so funny because the more I read it and think about different passages and scriptures and stuff, and I'm like, it was so much truth in here of what we're doing now. And everybody that's reading this, it's like, we all really should be on the same page, the same walk. Because
it's not being taught that way. And everybody's not going to comprehend it that way because that book is coded. It is a coded book.
Very coded.
To be able to break it down and everybody's not.
Hey, did you say coded book?
It is coded.
Oh, let me show you something.
I've been telling people that the Bible is coded. Like,
and they just
the way that you read it is not the context be was written.
Right, and everybody's not gonna get it.
So I got this book, and I've been working on a video for it, the Bible Code. I bought the book like from the Goodwill like 4 years ago, and the movie came out afterwards, and I realized it's based on this book. This is a real book. The movie is a sci-fi movie. This is a real book, and it's based on a real book. Blew my mind. So I'm gonna make a video about it. But yeah, if everybody really, really, really understood, and then realized they be telling you on TV what this means, everybody would change immediately. Immediately.
Some people don't want to give up their Jesus, so you know they waiting on him
to scared.
Grace and mercy and all of that. And as Bobby would say, they're waiting on Sky Daddy.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, go ahead.
I was talking about I went to a family member's funeral in Houston a few weeks back, and the pastor was going on and on about it. If you don't believe in Jesus, then you're not getting in heaven. And I'm sitting there with my arms folded up, like, and then he goes, "You might not believe this. You might be sitting there with your arms folded." I'm like, "You talking about me?"
He felt your vibe going.
We're just talking about it, yeah, whatever.
So yeah, we get freed up, a lot. So to me, that freedom gives us more energy and more time to make happen the change that we want to see, and then for us to think, how am I going to contribute? My way to contribute is, now, and I have the free time, working on my music, getting that out. And another reason I'm going to focus on my music too is because everybody in my family can sing. Everybody that passed on the transition, they all can sing. Nobody made any records. Nobody got to do any music. Nobody got to put out nothing because everybody was so busy living this hard life, like struggling and all that. So it's like, okay, I'm doing that for all of us. And then I've always had like stores and so decorative things or whatever. So my musical mama tees is going to be t-shirts that I do that has a line, something encouraging from each one of my songs. I started doing this back in 2016 for my first song, Does It Matter to Matter? And I made a shirt with question mark, M-to-M question mark, which meant does it, matter to matter. And it was just talking about the game of life. And how people always saying this matters, that matters, Black Lives Matter, White Lives Matter, all lives matter, does it matter to matter? And that's the actual hook. So I made a shirt. Then I got breast cancer, so they kind of put everything on hold. So then when I started back, I was like, oh yeah, I made this song, I had a dream, made a song, ooh, cool. And I was like, that would be cute on the shirt. Then once I did it, I was like, oh, I'm picking back up where I left off. So it's like, I'm supposed to do that. So then, I'll do that, and I want to focus on my spiritual therapy through my tarot sites, staranubistarot, and helping others just like talk like this, and then have therapy sessions, talk sessions to feel better, and trying to encourage others that using oracle and tarot is not the devil, and that it's the best thing in the world and the best therapy you could ever have. So then you, Dominique, are doing it because you wrote a book about healing and manifesting, and then you have, what's that product that you made? Some kind of spray.
It's an energy cleansing spray. I call it Energy Air Magic. A lot of people, create sprays like that. Some call it Bitch Be Gone. A lot of stuff.
A lot of that Bitch Be Gone as well.
So you have the book. You have the spray, and then you have some type of spiritual box. You said I have a spiritual box too.
Divine Ritual Box.
You have a box. What is it called?
Divine Ritual Box.
Divine Ritual Box. And then you was doing some tarot as well. Some
yeah, I do energy readings sometimes. I started out first by doing my spiritual guidance mentoring sessions. That's where everything else kind of followed under that. But yes, I do energy readings sometimes as well.
Then B, you got your is it vegan type cooking, or is it just like plant based, or what do you call it, healthy? I know you cook a lot of stuff, vegan, not vegan. You know how to do it. Then you had some shirts, and then you had your website that was Be Awakening and
Feast Heaven on Earth.
Okay.
Which is a business that I started, and I started it because of the alkaline eating, getting away from the Louisiana eating that I was doing. And don't get me wrong, it's not for everybody. You know, I feel everybody has to find what works for them.
Right.
I know I sleep better, I feel better. Even when you go back to eating certain foods that you're not used to eating, that you haven't eaten, I don't like the way I feel about it. So I immediately just start a fast, get on my herbs, my herbal teas, and go from there, because I've back and forth with my weight so much. I'm proud of where I am now, and I can only imagine where I'm going to be going forward. It's just with food is not what it used to be. So I'm here to help anyone that wants to transition into a alkaline plant-based eating style, because I do have a 7-day. It changed my life. It really did, and that's what made me really start cooking different meals. I have so many new recipes. I can't wait to get in the kitchen and try. So I really do love knowing what I'm eating, opposed to fast food and all of this. I want a pizza, I can make my own pizza, and it tastes just as good. So yes, and I'm also going to be probably tapping into some other things as the year comes in. Someone asked me about being a life coach. And I'm open for that as well. I do have a family member that I speak with on a regular basis. However, I would never tell anybody what to do. I can only let you know what you're doing. You need to think about it and look what it's doing for you. Is it helping you grow? Is it helping you evolve? Make it make sense. That's what I now say. And if it don't make sense, then what does that mean? So
it's the same. It's the same as when people go to the doctor. Either they're going to listen to what the doctor says, or they're not. You know, we are just being the change that we want to see. You know, when people say we got to bust out the matrix, we got to, rise up to the next dimension, a higher dimension, higher frequency, and all that. So imagining what that looks like, it's like it ain't gonna get done by itself.
No,
we are creators. You know, we are divine feminine energy. I think we all have a good balance, because Cancer Capricorn is like this and like this. You know what I mean? Yeah. We love, but we don't play. But then we all are very creative. So I know that we have a lot of gifts and we have a lot to offer, and that is our job to be here. And we don't have the right to not share it.
Right. Teach one, reach one. That's what
we don't have the right to create something and then be like, nah, I changed my mind, I'm not gonna do it. That we don't have that right. We came here to do that, and so we have to fulfill that. And I think we can help each other, and having platforms like this where we can invite each other on, as sisters, and talk and encourage each other. And then keep up with it, and then support each other, of course, and then help each other. I think it would be great, and I think this was a good session. I think everything lined up well with healing and manifesting, and learning how to do that. Learning that when we speak about things and we learn things, put it into practice, and then make sure we pay attention to our journey and how it goes, and stop engage ourselves, see where we are, what layer we're on, and realize this is a cycle that we have to go through, but it's a cycle of growth and a cycle of change and a cycle of, happiness. And so we can look at everything in life that's going on positive. Most of the stuff that goes on in the world don't affect me anyway. I don't be knowing. They were like, food shortages. I be like, where? How? That don't affect me.
No.
I mean, they be like, gas is too high. I be like, I ain't going nowhere anyway. So that don't affect me. I don't worry about it.
I am an observer, not an absorber to any of the fuckery that this world is dishing out.
Right.
So I can sit back and observe it, and I can eat my popcorn behind it, drink my water, and mind my own business, because I am grateful to know that this is a game and that I'm woke in this game, learning to move around in it. So what they doing, they can perform on that stage all they want. I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it.
Yep.
I've been very conscious for a long time. Like, people used to think I'm just against everything or trying to be against stuff. I'm like, no, I just see stuff for what it really is. And now it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. It's just, I don't even, like, certain stuff happen and I don't even be knowing what's going on. I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm just scrolling or focus on something else. It's like,
yeah, because like there's like certain channels that I'll watch that I still have on YouTube, and I don't like watch all of their videos like I used to, because normally like when I find somebody that I like, I binge and watch all their stuff, and then I'm like, oh, okay, that was good, and I take what I need, whatever. Some of them I would still keep up with. There's one brother I watch, and I watch because he'll tell you about all what's going on in the world biblically, and about over on that side of the world, this side of the world, how and then all the old books and what they say, and that's like good, bet, because I don't want to do all of that, but I want to know enough, and I don't watch the news. Then there's one tarot reader that I like, because like when I first started doing tarot, I was watching everybody. Ooh, how do I? And then once I understood and I started doing it, I started watching everybody because I didn't need to. But there's this one lady. There's one, but I feel like I'm supposed to like stay connected with. Every now and then, I'll check her out, and everything she has to say be right on point for me. So I got that one.
I have one like this too.
Yeah, so I got certain people, who I'll watch, who will keep up with certain esoteric things that I'm not going to spend on my certain metaphysical things. So I got my little box of stuff, but now it's just enough to where for me to keep up with, and then I need to use the rest of the power for myself to do my own things, my own videos, so I could be a part of the change too. So I think we got this,
Yeah.
We got this.
Yeah.
We know we have this. We are in the age of Aquarius, and it is the year of knowing. We know.
Mm-hmm.
More people are coming into it, awakening.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep. So Black Sheep Rising, we the black sheep of the family, but
hey,
they always know what's going on.
And I have a twin sister.
On the mirror, right backwards. What
you have
say?
a what, Dominique?
I have a twin sister, and she's a part of it as well.
Oh, nice. That's beautiful.
That's beautiful right there. Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like she was awakened like way before I was. I went through like a long journey of mine, and so when I was like into the Bible, the little Hebrew Israelite phase, she was like, "Girl."
We done all been bamboozled. Yes, I feel you.
But it was part of our training to get us where we are. Because I was like, why in the hell when I learned this 3 years ago and I spent 40 years in religion and then 10 years fighting it, I was wasting all that time. It's like, no, that was my ammunition. Because I could talk heavily about that other religion I was in and all that mess. Oh, I could speak on that 100 because I know, and I can help fight with people who are in it, because they don't even understand how messed up they are, but I can speak for them, and I can so now I appreciate what I learned. And then religion gave us all some knowledge, some basic knowledge, and it gave us a little bit of squareness that we needed so we wouldn't be killers, so, it had its little things, but yeah.
Right. Yes.
All right, well, ladies, I appreciate it, goddesses, and I'm looking forward to the next time.
All right.
Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all, and I enjoyed y'all.
All right, now I'm gonna see how to stop this without messing it up.
Leave.
Oh, don't say that. Oh no, stop recording.
Yes.
Cut this part out.
I know you are.
Wait, what to say? Oh, look. Oh, okay.
To the top we are.